get back and share this. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. Early in the morning where I am here. I mean, that's really not anything to me, but I know, well, many other people will find this hour interesting. I'll just say it like that. Because really, I think people need to be more honest about their sleep rhythm in the world today. But anyway, it's not to get on anyone, I'm just saying. A lot of people are awake past midnight. It's not unusual. These people talk about it anyway. I'm just coming back here to talk more about the Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion situation, but I'm focusing on Klay Thompson here, calling in all my ancestors, AKGK. For the new people, two things. First, my given name is Chimoge. That's the name I most associate with myself. Chimaoge. And that's G as in George. I see a like. Thank you for the like. And if I have a like, yeah, and there's a registered viewer. Thank you very much. I've registered a viewer. Every view is a blessing. Thank you for the comments as well. Every comment is a blessing. I read comments at my discretion. I see three highs. So it's from two people. So one is from at WSPGA. Thank you for the high. And then one from at Samantha Morton 5428. Thank you for the high as well. I appreciate it. I greet you guys back. Anyway, so first, my given name is Chimoge, and second, my matrilineage hails from the village of Ebem, Ohafia. Ebem, comma Ohafia. That's in West Africa. Check that out. And I just saw 333. It's a number of Ocha. So, talking here more about the Megan Thee Stallion Klay Thompson situation. I just want to focus on Klay Thompson and say he needs to come out and explain himself. Because obviously this news was broken by Megan Thee Stallion and then other people have covered it. Klay Thompson hasn't really spoken. I saw one report about him making a post, and there was some vague emoji, or he said he was listening to a song, but it didn't directly address the situation. So I would say that's not speaking on it. I mean, he has to come and explicitly talk about it. Because again, part of raising the standard of looking into and taking accusations of misconduct in the romantic area seriously is getting people to raise their standard of when they respond to things. Really, if someone accuses you of misconduct in the romantic area, you should come out right away and have your say. And I'll just leave it at that because, if you don't take that kind of accusation seriously, you don't know what's going on. I would say there are four main questions I have that I want Klay Thompson to come out and answer. Um, One, what is your opinion about monogamy? What is your opinion about monogamy? And that's really the question, because I want to know just what his values are in order to judge this situation. It's question one. Question two, just simply, did he cheat or not? Question two. And you could just explain that. Question three, was he rude and or worse, threatening to Megan? Because I think that's the aspect of this people aren't quite focusing on as much. Because if you can see, I haven't put Klay cheated or Klay was alleged to have cheated in any of my headlines. And that's because I've noticed a trend in our society of focusing on cheating in lieu of the more serious things that I think often go along with that. And let me explain. Again, cheating, I know some people might, one, I will just say cheating does not exist. But this is what I mean by that. The things people label as cheating should be labeled otherwise. And because monogamy is evil, we should not validate the overall construct under which the concept of cheating is said to exist. Okay, I'll leave that there. But when those actions happen that get labeled cheating, I think more serious things tend to be happening. And because people don't want to take things seriously, they just focus on the cheating. For example, I've heard of a lot of scenarios where, say, one person cheated, or let's just say it for what it is. One person, again, this was a relationship where two people were in, they said they were going to be monogamous. One person had a relationship with someone else at the same time. This is discovered. Then there's an argument, and the person who quote unquote cheated gets aggressive. The most serious thing there is the aggression. And again, you can be passionate in discussions with your significant other. You can show your emotion, you can show your frustration, but if you end up being aggressive towards them, and I just hope you know what I mean by that. For example, just because you're angry at someone doesn't mean you're aggressive towards someone. And I'm going to leave it like that because I'm just going to leave it like that. I hope you know what I mean. But the whole point I'm making here is that, you know, the primary focus there in terms of seriousness should be the aggression towards the other person. And then, secondly, you look at whatever was going on with the cheating and you might find other things. Okay, I'll leave that there. I hope you know what I mean. And again, if people had never said the relationship was going to be monogamous, and really, even if the person who quote unquote cheated made it clear, I'm not monogamous, that's not cheating. That just, they're living their life. Okay, that's something else. But just back to my overall point, whenever people throw the word cheating in there, people tend to look at that and leave everything else alone. But the stuff it takes to quote unquote cheat is a lot of bad stuff. So, you know. And my question is, especially when it comes to rich and famous people who quote unquote cheat, is that if you have the wherewithal to have a relationship with someone else and hide it, why would you not just come out and say, I don't believe in monogamy, I'm not monogamous, and then have the other person decide how to engage with you? Because one, in society today, that's not a controversial position, really. I think people scream about it, it's not controversial. Two, I mean, historically, I can't even, I don't even have to say much. So just to again round it up and get back to number three, questions for Klay Thompson. One, what are your views on monogamy? Two, did you cheat? Three, were you aggressive towards Megan or not? Because she's talking about mood swings. So it seems to be, at least the way I read it, it seems to be implying he would just be like unduly mean to her or whatever, you know. So that could be a range of things, but that's just something to look at. And then four, my biggest question for Klay Thompson is, what went into your decision to buy a house with Megan Thee Stallion, given how things have turned out? Because again, I'm not saying, because it should go without saying that, you know, sharing a space with someone is not bad. That's a healthy thing in many cases. Again, I'm not going to dictate everyone's relationship, but that's a healthy thing in many cases. I'm just saying it seems very strange to be close enough to someone to buy a property and then this kind of disagreement happens and then these allegations come out and then I don't know, no word. I don't know. It's just weird. I'm just processing this because two parties involved directly. One person's come out, broken the news, and given their say, given their side of the story. The other person has nothing to say. I don't know. It's just very weird. Anyway, just thinking about that. Let me make a lot kind of. Let me go forward. I'm really looking at the overall relationship ecosystem, and it's something that I obviously want to fix, but I'm not 100% sure where to begin because we, I think, I'm just going to say it like this. There's certain common practices that we as a society now know are bad. I'm going to put monogamy to the side just because that one is kind of LA, where all the evidence is there to say that monogamy is bad. It's not controversial to say monogamy is bad, but then there's just a lot of squeamishness about really connecting all the dots there. And I'll leave it at that. And then there's just a lot of nonsense there. So I'll just keep that to the side, even though you guys know my position and it's a core position to the extent that should be a core position because that's just a basic fact of life. You can't just have a relationship with one person. But anyway, but there are just certain other things that are common that people know are bad. For example, isolation in relationships, right? only talking to your romantic partner, that's bad. Um, Again, everyone should have kids, but it's bad to, and I'm gonna just say this and kind of run away because there's a lot behind this, but it's bad to make your kids the center of your relationship. Let me run away. Kalakanu, Inko, Kalakanu, Kanko, Kalakanu, Kanko, Kalakanu, Koko. Kalakanu no kikeya, Kalakanu no kikeka, Kalakanu ne juluwa. So, there's stuff like that everyone knows are bad, but a lot of people do it. And then when I look at celebrities, because there are breakups all over the place, but it really seems like, and again, I don't want to curse people, but I just have to say it really seems like almost every celebrity relationship ends in some sort of breakup. And we have to realize those are the leaders of the world, like just calling in the ancestors, just pounding on my chime there, even though it's the case. I'm just going to say this here. Anyone who's labeled a celebrity is automatically a leader of society by virtue of being labeled a celebrity. Like literally what they do impacts what people do, and people are following them. The question is just one, how do we kind of improve upon that idea? And two, should that individual be a celebrity? That's really it. And I'll leave it like that. So yeah, the celebrity relationships set the tone, and they all end in breakup. But I just can't completely blame celebrities because we don't totally. I guess we don't totally have the model of relationships, and then a lot else is going wrong. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all for this greatest man alive. But I'm just saying he needs to come out and explain himself. Anyway, thank you very much. See you next time.